How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and we are back with Tyrrell's Last Dance. After a heartbreaking end to the Austrian Grand Prix, we now head to Hockenheim, just across the border, for the German Grand Prix. The gearbox packed in, and we are now back to being 10 points behind Mika Häkkinen in the race for the World Drivers' Championship. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up some much needed points and close that gap. We were twice this year. We have become joint top of the World Drivers' standings, and the next race we have ended up pointless. So hopefully we can close the gap today, stretch our gap over Michael Schumacher to consolidate second, but hopefully we can pick up some major ground on Mika. This track hopefully will be a good one for us. That is, I'm thinking, and as we know, the straight line speed of the Tyrrell is wonderful. They have built us a straight line rocket ship, as looks as if we're coming up on our teammate. Are we going to get early doors? Are we going to get our usual teammate clash? The shenanigans there. They tried, but we bombed past them. Goodbye Takagi, as we just ease our way through here. Okay, that was not eased at all. So this is one of the longer laps we will have on this season. This and Spa, two of the longer ones. We've gone from one of the shortest lap times to one of the longest here at Hockenheim. But as I was saying, yes, I hope the fact that the vast majority of this track is just power based. I'm hoping that we can get do well here. I think a win is more than possible. The only sort of worry I have is the stadium section that we're going through just now, because that does require a bit more. Oh, I almost hit the thingy there. Almost end up in the pit lane once again. Anyone that watched Damon's Redemption last week will know what that entailed. We managed to spin back into the pits and in our first qualifying lap. So 1:38.7, good start. I'm not sure what sort of lap time we'll need around here, but a 1:38 seems like it would be okay. I thought it was going to be around the 1:35, 1:40 time. So we'll see how we go. But I certainly think that could be a good one. As we're coming up to the second chicane, and just ease ourselves through here. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Wait to get on the throttle here, because we do have quite the turn the circle in this one, as we have seen in sort of tighter tracks, Manicure, Buenos Aires, and the like. But I think we've done well there. We've absolutely bossed that one. So I think with tracks like this, Hockenheim, Monza, possibly Spa as well, or there is some Spa might be another A1 ring where we've got a mixture of high power and sort of more technical bits where we could falter. But certainly there's certainly a couple of tracks where we could do well and pick up some much needed points as we go at low 1:38s now, 1:38.2, as we get a good first corner entry and exit. We did well there, kept up a lot of speed there, which is lovely to see. As we're now heading down the road to chicane number 1. Oh, we lost a bit of speed there. That was a bit messy. As we head now 1:05.8 dead. Oh, we do a spin, and that's a big spin. Made heavy contact there with the barrier, and we're now struggling to get it back on the track. So that's not going to be good. I don't think we're going to be beating our current provisional pole time on this one. We spent probably longer trying to get back on the track than we had on the track there, unfortunately. But it's okay. That's fine. We've got another 8 attempts after this. 7, obviously. No, yeah, 7, because one of them will be an outlap. So we will see how we go. As we manoeuvre ourselves through the entry to the stadium there, but then we almost just stopped dead on the track. So the home fans here will be looking for a Michael Schumacher victory, much like we did at our home Grand Prix second race of the season at Interlagos. As we do, as that's another nice and smooth corner number 1. So 2 flying laps left on this one, and then we'll head back into the pits to do our half-time analysis. For those who are potentially joining us for the first time, welcome. Very happy to have you here. But we do the full 12 quali laps. Most of the time, there has been at least, well, there's certainly been one occasion where we were so far ahead after 6 that we didn't go out and we just went straight to the race. Preserved the tyres and the engine for the race. But more often than not, we'll do the full 12 quali laps in 2 stints of 6. So we'll go out, we'll do our out lap next time out, and then 5 flying laps, and we will get that time as low as we can to ensure that we get a good position. But we are currently provisional pole with a 1:38.2, as that's a very nice entry into the stadium here. We're going round the hairpin, and just take it easy here. Oh, that was almost a drift, but we've run a bit wide. We need to try and get the car back to a reasonable line, but this is going to be a good one. This is going to be very good. It is 1:37.240, so that is a very nice time indeed, and we have kept the momentum going for our last flying lap here. That was the quickest we've gone through the first corner there. Hopefully we can keep this going up to 205, 206, 207, 8, 9 miles an hour. We have somehow managed to keep finding speed there. That wasn't the best there, but we've got 2 cars in front of us now. Hopefully they're going to not cause us any issues. Although we do have a corner coming up here. Let's try and keep as far back as we can from them as we get round the corner. It is a Williams and a Minardi by the looks of things. We've flown past the Minardi with ease there. Can we get to the Williams before the next corner? We'll use their slipstream to get up here, and we have cleared them before the corner, which is nice, but we've compromised our entry. We've run over the grass a wee bit, but hopefully that pull, the toe that we had along that up along the straight there up to the last chicane will help us. Oh, we almost lose it there as well, entering the stadium. Can we get round here in a good amount of time to finish off this lap? We've not run as wide as we have previously, but we may have compromised our entry. We've done not too bad there. Let's run to the line here, the sprint to the line, and it's going to be slightly slower. So 1:37.240 is what we are going to be entering the pits at. What we are going to be entering the pits with after our first stint there. That was, I think we made the compromised entry to the last chicane there before the stadium section. May have cost us there, but we're fine with 1:37 anyway. We'll head in. We're still provisional pole. We'll just head back to the pits to see where everyone else is, and to see where our, if possible, I'll show you the top 6, but where our title rivals are. We are currently in a three-way battle, as I almost lose it there. We are currently in a three-way battle with Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher. Mika 10 points ahead of us now, but we're a couple of points. I think we were a couple of points ahead of Michael before. I think we're now just a point ahead in second place. So we need to keep the pressure on. We need to keep the pressure on to pull away from Michael behind, and obviously keep the pressure on Mika if we want to be crowned World Drivers' Champions at the end of the season. The first Tyrrell World Champion since Sir Jackie Stewart and Ken Tyrrell's last season as an independent constructor before the takeover by British and American Tobacco. As we head in, we'll not take on any fuel. We are 6.1 seconds ahead of Heinz-Harald Frentzen in second place, almost 7 seconds ahead of Alex Wurz in his Benetton. So let's advance the time. None of the big hitters are out yet, but that's a very, very nice start to quali. So let's advance our usual half hour, and we will see where we are with just under 20 minutes remaining of the qualifying session. Let's see where we are. Come on. Oh, there we go. 5.357 seconds ahead of David Coulthard. 5.4 ahead of Michael Schumacher. Mika Hakkinen is not even in the top 3 on the timing list. So this could be our second very short qualifying session of the season. We will head forward 10 minutes to see where they are. DC's almost finished this session. So's Michael, to be fair. They've both done 11 and 9 laps respectively. So we'll head forward. There's Mika now. He can only get within 5.3 seconds as well. He's done 3 laps. So I think we'll just head to the race now. I don't think anyone is going to catch us up. We'll advance 5 minutes. See where we're going to be with 3 minutes to go. 5.3 looks as if that's as close as they're going to get. So this could be a very, very nice weekend indeed. We need DC to try and overtake Mika at the start. But if we race our race, hopefully 10 points are going to come our way and close that gap to Mika Hakkinen. But what we will do is we will. I think how did I do this? Oh, I've said I've gone out. That's fine. Let's try and extend the lead even further. I think I might just go round and come back into the pits, to be honest. I didn't mean to head out there. But we'll have a victory lap on the Saturday qualifying session. As we head round, we are absolutely hoofing it round here. We'll have time for one lap. We'd have time for one flying lap if we wanted, but we don't want. We'll just head straight to the race. As we're doing an unscheduled victory lap here, just to rub it in the faces of the Michael fans as I put it right into the wall. That's what we don't want to do in the race, because those five seconds a lap could come and go very, very quickly. Chicane number 2, as we take another wee run over the grass there, but we don't feel any ill effects of that, thankfully. As we head into the stadium section. As the German fans are looking for a show here, maybe a bit of drifting. But we are going to unfortunately have to disappoint them at this time and pull right back into the pits after our unscheduled flying pit exit. As we race back into the pits there, as there is cars everywhere at the end of the session, and we'll just advance. So what's happened there? There's a McLaren crashed There looks as if there is also a Ferrari crashed as well. Oh, cars all over the place here. They're Benetton facing the wrong way. Hopefully Mika gets a 22 place grid penalty. As 5 red lights are off and we are away for the German Grand Prix, and Mika Hakkinen gets a good start. He is ahead of his teammate and directly behind us now. So hopefully we can pull away at 5 seconds a lap. You've got to think we should be able to pull away. We're not pulling away. He is right up our tailpipe here. As we're coming up to the first chicane, let's just race our race. Let's keep Mika out of our head here. If we race our race, that's how the dominant drivers have done it. Max Verstappen last year won 100 races, it seemed, but he still had to. The only way he could for him to finish first, he has to finish, and we've got to have that mentality in here. What we don't want to do is mess anything up and give Mika an opening to try and pass us. We almost did it there, but we pulled far enough away there that it didn't matter. But yes, does seem to be catching up on us. That was nice there though, that was nice. As we complete that first section, the first few chicanes there, as we now head into the stadium here. And this is where Mika can come back, but he's run wide. Mika's run really wide. He tried to take us there. Thankfully, he wasn't able to pull that move off, and also thankfully, he wasn't able to take us off. That was a very Schumacher-esque move there by Mika Hakkinen. You don't expect the flying Finn to do that. But he is right back up our tails here. Probably not the best time. He's tried to take us off. That's a shocker. And now Michael's up our tailpipe now. It might be Eddie Irvine actually. It's all go here. Hakkinen is back into second. He was down in fourth at one point. He's past the 2 Ferraris. Oh, unbelievable drama here at the end of the first lap. There's 2 Ferraris and 2 McLarens right behind me. Where is this 5? Where have they found this? We're 5 seconds ahead of everybody in qualifying. We're now pulling away from them. But Mika Hakkinen with a dive bomb into turn 1 takes us out, takes himself out, almost lets Michael Schumacher in. We were able to get back onto the track to get in front of Mika, but Schumacher came out of nowhere. We're now pulling away from the carnage behind us, but my goodness, we were almost taken out on the first lap. As we get another good section in a good run through the high power sections as we now enter the stadium once again. Let's hope it is not as chaotic as the first one. As the crowd are going wild, they can sense that Michael Schumacher has got pace in the car. And he's chasing down Mika Hakkinen with all of his energy. Hopefully Mika has to concentrate on keeping him behind. It looks as if he might do, because he's not caught up with us the same way that he did on the first lap. And hopefully now that gives us a chance to pull away. Mika has now been protected by his rear gunner David Coulthard. Michael Schumacher back down to 4th now, so that both McLarens managed to get back ahead of the Ferrari of Michael Schumacher. So Michael Schumacher might only be able to pick up a 4th place here, as the intrusive thoughts now come back into Ricardo Rosset. That was mainly grass there he took as opposed to tarmac. But we have pulled away from Mika Hakkinen. He is no longer in the rear view mirror. Although we didn't take that, was not clean whatsoever. Come on, Ricardo, keep it together, man. This looks as if we might have the battle is happening behind us, but we have to keep the car on the track. Oh, don't put it on the grass, man. We don't want to be done. We don't want to. We've got ourselves into this position. Well, the one thing we don't want is a disqualification because we are not keeping the car on the track. That would be an absolute nightmare situation. And putting us 20 points behind. There is 6 races. This is round 11 of the World Championship. Including this one, there is 6 races left to go. If we had 5 races left and 20 points to make up, that could be almost impossible. Given how Mika is performing this year. But we have just set the fastest lap and we won another 1:38.3. That was almost as good as our qualifying lap, which was 5 seconds ahead of everyone else. But there's a McLaren coming round the corner there behind us. Jean Alesi now up to 6. That could be 2 consecutive points finishes for Jean Alesi in the Sauber. Or I may be getting mixed up with Jean Alesi's finish. A good finish for Jean Alesi in the Sauber and the Damon's Redemption. I'm all over the place here. We're over halfway through this Grand Prix. We have 2.5 laps left. That's better. I kept it on the track at least. And we're able to get the foot down and we're pulling away once again from the chasing pack. We're pulled away, and this race looks. This race is ours to lose at this point in time. But one mistake could cost us and open the door enough for them to come back in. As we enter the stadium section, where we do know that the car isn't at its best. The cars behind us are much better through this section. We know that. We've just got to make sure we get through here with no drama, and hopefully get ourselves back on the throttle after turn 1, get ourselves back on the throttle and pull away once again. It is still Hakkinen behind us, Coulthard, Schumacher, Irvine and Alesi, and there is Mika Hakkinen once again. So he did catch us up in the stadium section, but we are pulling away from him once again. 2 laps remaining. 2 more goes through the stadium. As I almost forget that chicane's coming up. That could have been curtains right there. As we just need to open her up here. Going through the forest. And we'll slow right down here. Get ourselves round here. No problem at all. And get ourselves on the throttle early doors. And we are round there with no issues. We don't run wide. We're pulling away once again. There's a back marker. We've hit back markers already. This isn't good. Move out of the way. Team orders. Follow team orders as we're past our first 2 back markers. After 5 laps, you normally get them at the end of the last lap. This could be a very, very dramatic finish to this race if we hit back markers already. That shows you how we have opened up this car, how this car is suited to Ricardo Rosset to a T. That we've caught up back markers, we've caught up 2. We're not even through 5 whole laps, but we crossed the line here. Now we have crossed the line into lap 6 of 6, and we are round the first corner very, very well. I cannot tell. That looks as if it's a McLaren. It looks as if they've cleared the back markers there as well. And we're not dropping them as quickly as we once were. In fact, he's coming back on us. This is going to be a dramatic finish to this race. Hopefully not, but it seems like it might be, because we've seemed to have dropped him now. That's what we like to see. Because if it was that close after the first power section, we could have been in trouble when we got to the stadium. Still quite far behind us now. But we have got to get through these last few corners. We're half a lap away from another race victory this year. Our 6th of the season, it would be. 6 wins in 10 races, and we would still be 2nd in the World Drivers' Championship standings. As we lock up there, we're going to hit 2 more back markers. That's a Prost and arrows. Keep the car on the track, Ricardo. And the race victory is yours. Let them do their thing in front of you. But just make sure you keep Mickey Hakkinen behind you. As we round the last corner and head towards the start-finish line. Mickey has caught us up, but it doesn't matter because we have taken another race victory here at Hockenheim. Add that one to the list. Another W in that W column. Another notch in the win column for Tyrrell, for Ricardo Rosset, to close the gap on Mickey Hakkinen at the top of the World Drivers' Championship standings. We will see where we are. There's confirmation of the victory. It was less than a second between ourselves and Mickey Hakkinen at the end. Mickey managed to clear Schumacher and Coulthard. Schumacher eventually finished third, so he manages to get past David Coulthard. Eddie Irvine in fifth, and a good finish for Jean Alesi in the Sauber in sixth. What that does to the World Drivers' Championship standings, it closes the gap to 2 points between ourselves and Mickey Hakkinen. We're 7 points clear of Michael Schumacher. Michael still in with an outside chance of the World Championship, given we've still got 5 races to go. 9 points in 5 races doesn't seem insurmountable, but we have closed the gap to 2 points, and that is the main thing for purely selfish reasons. DC's back on 45 points in 4th. Then you've got Eddie Irvine in 5th and 33. Heinz-Harald Frentzen remains on 15 in 6th place. Alex Ferguson 7th with 8. John Alesi picks up the last point, so he is a wee bit further clear of Damon Hill in 8th on 5 points. Then you've got Damon in 9th on 3, and tied for 10th is Johnny Herbert and Ralf Schumacher with their 1 solitary point this season. For the constructors, McLaren pull further ahead of Ferrari, so they have got that almost sewn up. Our 60 points pulls us further clear of Williams in 3rd, Williams in 4th on 15. Then you've got Benetton with 8, Sauber with 6, Jordan with 4. So that's going to be us for this one. Want to say thank you all very much for watching so far. It is greatly appreciated. As you can see, we head to Hungary next, which I don't know how that's going to go. We've pulled 2 points, within 2 points of Mika. I don't know how Hungary's going to go for us, but we'll see how that goes next time out. So as I say, thank you all very much for watching. If you've liked the video, please consider hitting like. It would be greatly appreciated, as would a subscription to the channel. It gets the channel in front of more eyes. And it would be greatly appreciated. That it does help us out a good bit. But until next time out in Hungary, once again, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.